Lontrell Williams Jr., also known as Pooh Shiesty, Lontrell Williams Sr., Rodney Wright Jr., also known as Big 30, Kadarius Waters, Demarion Gibson, DeMarcus Glover, Corday Johnson, Darian McDaniel, and Terrence Rogers has not been arrested yet, but will be soon.
You had Gucci Man and 3 other people, and you had Pooh Shiesty and his crew. It wasn't an open setting where you had, it wasn't open to the public. It was Gucci Man meeting Pooh Shiesty about what he was meeting Pooh Shiesty about. Gucci Man from Atlanta, Pooh Shiesty from Memphis. They were in Dallas. So the question then, it begs to be asked, how does anybody outside of their 2 camps know what the fuck happened? How does anybody outside of Gucci Man and the people he was with, and Pooh Shiesty and all them gangsta ass niggas he was with, how did the general public find out about what happened? How did they find out that it was possibly a robbery? How did they find out that somebody put the beaters down on Gucci Man's ass? How do we know that when everybody involved with that situation comes from gangster backgrounds? We know about it because somebody out of their camps had to have leaked it. Right. So my thing is, when you look at Gucci Man, do you think Gucci Man would have leaked something and that something had anything to do with somebody putting their hands on him and then relieving him of his jury? You think he would have leaked that? No, because it wouldn't have been to his advantage. Pooh Shiesty in his camp. The camp really is Pooh Shiesty's camp. Pooh Shiesty on federal papers. So do you think that it was in Pooh Shiesty's best interest to leak anything about that, given his current legal situation? You would think it wouldn't be, but what we know for a fact is that if you know about it and I know about it and the world knows about it, somebody inside their camp who professes to be gangsters, they had to have leaked that information to somebody.
That ain't real. You better watch who you talking around, dog.
She did it! She did it! She's the one you want! All right, I was just sitting at home watching cartoons, playing video games with my cousin, and she came in there.
Glenn,
all right?
you're free.
Hey, I am not going to jail for you or anybody else. I have done nothing bad my entire life. Hey, man, I'm still a...
Feels like we haven't done this together a long time. So look, man, what's going on, y'all? Man, it's King Cliff holding it down with the cool table. I'm right back at you, and I'm right back at you with one of the originators of this thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm so glad to see you again, bro, and I'm glad that you're on the platform. How you feel about being back on this shit, man?
Man, it feels great to be back, man. It feels great to be back. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
I've been going too long.
I know. But on some real shit, you've been going so long, I forgot that the last time I seen you had the shortcut. Because then what stuck in my head is I remember dreadhead, crazy ass, Charger driving ass, you know what I'm saying? Something on the ankle ass, couple days in the back seat ass. I'm just, you know, it might be you. It looked like you, but you look different now. So I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. You know what I'm saying? But I sent you some shit that I feel like you will have some good insight. That Gucci and Pooh Shiesty situation. And I would love to hear what you know about it before I start asking some questions. So what do you know about that situation?
Well, from what I've seen in the videos and the vlogs, they set up a meeting, and during this meeting, Pooh Shiesty pulled a gun out and made Gucci Man sign some contracts or signing to get out of a contract.
Release,
yeah, and I heard he took some money, took some jewelry, even though that could be rumors, but that's just what I heard. Money, jewelry, contract.
See, I heard the same thing, and the details that I heard was like really close to that. But he himself didn't take jewelry and shit. It was his partners. It was Big 30's partners, because he came there allegedly, right? Allegedly came there. Pooh Shiesty came there with Big 30, and then some teammates, and the teammates ran in the pockets of everybody there and took the jewelry of certain people and shit. It wasn't like a lot of people. It was Gucci and I think one other person. You feel me? Because it was supposed to be just a business. You feel me? Now, before I ask my first question to you, I'm gonna tell you this. It reminded me back in the day when Ice Cube left NWA and went to, I think it was Priority or something like that, or maybe Interscope. And remember, we even have that moment in the movie where he's beating up the office with a bat and shit, right? So that's the of this shit. You feel me? Or the early 90s version of this shit. And even then, even like, yo, I'm going through the process. She was just like, I want my paper. Do you think this went too far?
It only went too far, in my opinion, because Pooh Shicey's on an ankle monitor. So you do certain stuff like that. I know all about ankle monitors. It's not gonna work. You can't do a crime on an ankle monitor. You know what I mean?
And see, that's why I had it for a second until it really went viral. I was thinking, maybe this is fake. Because you're right. You feel me? Unless he had, because he's a celebrity, and he's an artist, and he has to tour and move around to make his money and to make a living, they give him special permission to go from state to state and shit. You feel me? Now, even if they gave him permission to go state for state, it's automatically gonna go federal because you're coming from one state to the other. If it's all good. You feel me? So at first I was hoping it was like cap. Because it would be the biggest example of crash out that I've seen in a long time, dog. You feel me?
I agree.
To bring known felons, which is also part of your, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't supposed to be around no known fellas, no known gang members, no none of that shit, right? And you fly these niggas to a whole nother state, crossing state lines, now it's federal. And then you commit double felonies, like robbery, kidnapping. You feel me? They could have weapons possession, all type of shit. You feel me? Over that contract. Now, well, first let me let you respond to that real quick. Do you feel what I'm saying? Like that sounds crazy, right?
This whole situation is crazy, man. Because to even think that that's how it could possibly work to even get out of a contract using a firearm, you know, it's just.
Well, see, that leads me to something else. Because truthfully, and I'm so glad you said that. That's a perfect transition. Because maybe Pooh Shiesty felt like he was dealing with a street nigga.
That's what I'm thinking too.
He dealt with a street nigga. You feel me? Like even that example with Ice Cube, right? He was dealing with that white dude, so he was using intimidation to be like, yo, I'm really from out here, you know, even though he wasn't a gangster, but he was like, I'm from South Central, I'm really, you know what I'm saying? I'll fuck you up, give me my money, right? And that's why he didn't put no hands on the boy. If you know what I'm saying? This look, I'm dealing with a street nigga who owe me some paper, and I'm dealing with you like a street nigga. And I'm moving sloppily because I'm expecting it to move like street business. You feel me? That's the only way I see it connected to some logic. Because just what you said, you know that monitor shit don't play. That puts you right at the scene of the crime. You feel me?
And then you just got out. You just got out, and you on what? Probation, parole, something like that.
No, like he's on, I guess parole because he did a couple years or some shit behind it. You know, after his big shot with Gucci. I think 3-4 years, some shit like that. But
like five.
25 early in January. You feel me?
Yeah.
So to do this is insane. Unless you expect it to be handled on a street business level. You feel me? Now the reason why I apologize, brother. You know what I'm saying? This is the after hours shot too, y'all. I just want to let y'all know what we're doing right now, and the reason why this is live for the pool table, and we haven't gone live or live shit with our avatars in a long time, is because that's one that's kind of keeping up with the technology. This is the after hours shit where we chop it up and really tell more in depth of how we feel, and more in depth of what we think, and really unbridled, no editing, just rolling and raw with the shit now.
Unfiltered.
I might throw some editing in there if I can, but I really like the the real effect of the real conversation, dog. Like we really at the barbershop right now. You feel me? So,
yes.
You about to say something? I'm gonna cut you off, G.
Oh no, I was agreeing with you.
Yeah. So
the barbershop thing.
yeah, absolutely. Now here's the thing that it gets tricky, and this is where I really wanted to tap into some of your expertise. While I be dealing with crime snatching people all around me all the time. You feel me? And so, got it. But no, seriously, Gucci came to the meeting with him and I think one other person. Part of my setup. He came to the meeting like a business meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you got two different aspects. Even because listen, there's no denial on Gucci's street status, except for what is going on now and what we're about to talk about in a few minutes. You feel me? But Gucci has been Gucci since been Gucci. You get what I'm saying? Like, for real. And his reputation precedes himself on streets and in business. You feel me? So for him to meet up with it, no offense to you, G. Watch this. You're presenting yourself like you're a clean cut young brother right now. Got your little low fade and your little 2 chains on. But imagine if it was like, yo, I had a discrepancy. You see how I'm talking polite? I had a discrepancy. No. But no, seriously, like, if I come into you and I'm like, or you coming to me, right? Because you know what I'm saying? Like, you coming to me and you're like, yo, I want to talk to you about this money shit. I'm like, all right, boom. I know who you are. And I'll come light. You follow me? I come light. Me and one other partner. And you come in with 4 or 5 niggas, which is your norm, right? And you got your things in the car, right? It'll be like one side expected one thing, the other side expected another thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
And am I wrong? And this is where it gets tricky. Because you know that rat shit is like crazy around here. Because I think people are looking for Gucci to crash out. And I want to be very clear. What's going on right now, the discrepancy is that people are wondering why, because they think Gucci snitched. Now, I heard something Wallow said, some of the court papers ain't showing that, but it's clear through surveillance that he spoke to police officers. And those that went to the street, they like, I don't care if you didn't give a, full thing. Their thing is you don't cooperate with, you know what I'm saying, with police, period.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, what's your definition on snitching? What do you feel?
On snitching, to me, the original definition of snitching, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. For example, in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s, if 2 more people go out to do a crime,
right,
and only one person got caught,
right,
but that one person told on the co-defendant to get like a lesser charge or a lesser amount of time, that's what used to be considered snitching. You know, you involve someone in it.
Like, let's say me and you riding around, and you know what I'm saying, there's some shit in the back seat in the middle. You hear me? We're over here, and you move whatever happened, goddamn, and then we jam. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, who's it? And motherfucker be like, it's his or is it? Like, you feel what I'm saying? You supposed to go take that shit. You Mr. Big, take that shit to trial, take shit. You feel me? Do your job.
Take it to trial,
Take shit. But so that was the OG shit. I agree with you. Now there's been a lot of different things along the way, along, 6ix9ine situations. I only want to start really getting in depth with street dudes, and pointing fingers. But we seem to watch Sell situation, Woody, and all these different types of situations. And Woody's was funny because that's really confusing. Because I'm telling the cops bullshit, then get on stand and then flip shit, or either he told them real shit and then turn around and fuck him up on stand and get his nigga free. But the fact that you see, like, that's a real. I don't know how to really look at that, to be honest with you. How did you look? You fought the crowd. What you thought about that shit? What Woody was doing?
Well, honestly,
And then, hold on, man.
with
I'm
Woody,
sorry.
I
Part
think.
is important because this helps us break down the Gucci situation. You feel me? So tell me how you felt about Woody.
Well, I didn't. I can't say I'm too knowledgeable. I only speak from clips, so I want to speak from just seeing clips. Don't get me wrong. I saw a lot of clips, but I didn't really sit to focus and watch the whole trial to have an educated opinion. You know,
What nigga did
just
for
to
real,
be
son?
honest.
What nigga did for real? I said, what nigga did for real? You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
But
yeah,
we
fact.
enough clips to be
Fact.
like, piece it together. You feel me? But like, what nigga really was like from A to B to A to Z watching that shit? No,
Yeah. Oh no, you had them couple people out there who's really interested in this type of stuff, and they'll sit there and watch an 8 hour long video. But that's not a lot, to be honest. But generally speaking, no one's that much amount.
To be honest, with you, I think the last time I actually did some shit like that was the OJ trial when I was a kid. Like when everybody was gathered around the TV and he was driving away in the bright Bronco.
Yeah.
You know that shit. You real because you ain't never seen no shit like that. Yeah, I did. So,
Yeah.
what about how Woody played that situation? You know what I'm saying? Because some people would say it's technically snitching, but how he fucked up the whole court thing caused the mistrial. You feel me? Does that purify? Like does that purify? Does that clean your record? You follow what I'm saying? See, yeah, you froze up, bro. See. Where you at, gang? There you go.
My bad. I don't know what just happened.
Nah, fuck it. You back on the deck, nigga. I was like, you know, son. I started talking up a question. I was like, well, yeah, gang. And shit. You know what I'm saying? But nah, yeah, so you back.
Yeah.
My question, just to get you back on in the circle, we all saw how Woody's situation played out. And at the beginning, you think the tension within the way he played it, it rigged it to a point where he caused a mistrial, which made him a comical individual, which made him this social media person now and all this types of shit. And still kind of respected because niggas know. I got niggas like niggas know how he gets down. So there's no unsolidifying that shit, but the fact that he got dug off because of his shit. Some people feel cool. Some people feel like. What do you think? Do you think he was wrong for what he did? Or you think that the end justifies the means?
Man. Yo. Yeah, I'm on give me a second. You hear me?
Or get shot tricks.
I don't know what I heard.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Nah, I heard some shots and heard some tricks. Nigga, what kind of shit y'all got going on over this motherfucker? This is after hours. You know what I'm saying?
I just forgot it's my cousin's birthday.
Now listen, my nigga, and you know what they say after a certain hour. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing good. You know what I'm saying? So if it's shots and tricks, or shots or tricks, either way it going, down. You real what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm telling you, I got my little shot. But yeah, but I don't want to get too far because we got a limited time. Because I see that everybody want to get you back to the party. So, are you there? I said I don't want to get you to the. I want to lead you back because I see that everybody want to get you back to the party. So I want to get this knocked out. So, and are you good? You good on time? You good?
Yeah. Let's get to it.
Let's run through this thing. So my question was, how you felt about Woody, knowing what you know about the streets, knowing what we understand about these things, but the fact that it worked out in Doug's favor.
Man, I feel like you can't for both sides. You can't claim to be a street nigga and then working with the laws. I feel like either one, you have the right to choose either one, but stick to that side. You know, stick to it. You know what I mean? I feel like, because then the thing is, too, it's like I've been in a situation myself where someone tried to get at me, and then when I defended myself, they called the police, stuff like that. I'm only mad at the police part. Not shooting at me is not making me mad. I'm mad that you did that and then went to the police. So my thing is, just pick a side.
Mad about the
Whatever,
game.
you know?
You ain't mad about the game being the game. You mad that they called the refs, the referees. You know what I'm saying? You mad that they threw a flag on the play and called out some outside niggas when the game don't call for that.
Yeah.
But you feel me? And I get you on it. And I don't want to stay too long on the Woody thing, but the reason why there's up in the air, ups and downs about that is because what Woody did cause a confusion to cause the mistrial to get that whole shit shut down. So that's where some people try to pass. I'm indifferent on it because what I fucked up in the first place, he snitched, and then instead of following through with the plea deal that he agreed to with the DA or whoever offered the shit, then he fucked them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what caused the funny clips where he's in court acting like you know what I mean, playing with him and shit. So he fucked that kid. We expected him to spill everything, and then it inadvertently saved up. That's probably the reason why ain't no war in the streets right now behind this shit. To be honest with you, right?
Yeah.
So we have now we have another Atlanta legend who's even bigger legend than Thug. And back in his day, probably even was realer. Because you're dealing with like niggas who want to get BML type of niggas. You know what I mean? The Jeezy, Gucci beef with him shooting his partner who came off of a hit, supposedly. You know what I mean? We know about all these things. And I think people now are wanting to react like old Gucci. And do you think that is how he should have reacted?
Do I think he should react like old Gucci?
Right. Or new Gucci, CEO Gucci, family man Gucci. Got a lot to lose, Gucci.
Here's the thing. This is the problem come in.
Right.
People are part-time gangsters and part-time police. No one picks a side no more. If you're going to be a gangster, cool, be a gangster. You can't call the police if you're going to claim you're a gangster. If you're going to be a businessman, which is the right way to be a businessman, you have a family, you have a wife, you have kids, you got to make the responsible decision as if you're in your 40s, in your 30s, and not 16 years old no more. Thing is, these people are playing both sides. You going to call the police, which people who are businessmen and professionals, you have the right to call the police. You're running a business. This ain't the street shit. But you do that, and then you're going to make a diss record. Yeah, I'm going to kill you when I see you. You're playing both sides.
You make a diss record too. You right. He did. Talking about like my heart, some shit like that. Like
he never stopped the gangster image. He never stopped the gangster songs. He never stopped. He just happened to be a businessman now.
You know what I've been thinking?
One foot in the street and one foot out the streets is never be good.
But here's how that's possible. Let's say you work for Gucci, G. You feel me? And then that shit happens. For Gucci. And then that shit happens. Right? And I want to keep my hands clean because, like, if I got real jewelry, real big diamonds and shit, them shit's insured.
Yeah.
You feel me? I need the police report or whatever the fuck to get that shit back. You feel me? He don't have to hands dirty. He could be like, yo, AT, you know, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And get someone else, and I'm gonna show you something. Watch this. And he don't buy the plane ticket. He gets somebody else to buy the plane ticket, like 4 parties down, like not even the next nigga over. Like send this money to send this money to, and then buy that nigga a plane ticket out here. You know the situation, and you go to work. You know, and that would be still street business for real. It wouldn't look the greatest, but it would be like people like how Dirk handled that situation. It's wrong. You feel me? Even though there was no snitching allegations, but everybody was pressing Dirk like, get that get back, get that get back, get that get back. And little do they know, there was a lot of shit going on. And if you had your ears open, you would hear certain things. You would hear about certain things until that big one in LA. You feel me? And even after that shit, it was still cracking. It was still, you feel me? So But he was moving how we're talking, looking like 1 foot over here, 1 foot over there. You feel me? And that was actually one. He wasn't talking too much. He wasn't saying too much. Wasn't looking to talk fuck with him. He'll make a couple of records until that shooting in LA, which probably was what made it too big to ignore. You feel me? You didn't even know if he was gonna get back or not. You know, you see what I'm saying? He handled it like street business. You feel me? He didn't do it for clout. He was like, this is really my brother. This how I'm moving. So Gucci possibly could have did that. But I also respect Gucci for this. And tell me if I'm tripping, G. I know the code, and I know if you choose whatever path you choose, that's the path you gotta roll. You feel me? You can't play. You can't be over here in gangster and shit gets trouble and now I'm a civilian. You feel me? You can't be a civilian and also a gangster. But it's easier to do civilian and also a gangster than it is to be a gangster and also civilian. That makes sense. You feel me? Because when shit, you can't be like, oh, no, I'm a civilian. No, nigga, you been gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Civilian, got hard and I'll whoop your ass. I ain't no, you know what I'm saying? So he get gangster, if that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
He's a grown man, dog. This is a fucking multi-million-dollar CEO businessman who really changed his life. Like everything gangster that we expect from a street nigga, he done. He's been to prison twice, fed time once. You know what I'm saying? Killed a nigga we all know, let alone the rumors, because you know we all know about the Gucci Man and Jeezy little hit thing. Sitting there and pop that nigga, and that even was even brought up in the verses and all that shit. That's how real it is. Niggas thought the verses was about to be a shooting. How real it is. You feel me? And that's not even about what the rumors in the streets are. That's just what we know. No, right? So he just snatched everything from him like he didn't earn him to be Gucci. But then he handled this like a businessman. And I'm just trying to, I'm not picking a side either way because I can really see both sides of the coin. You know what I'm saying? He handled this grown ass nigga. I want to go home to my wife. You know what I'm saying? And I bet his wife was even like, let that shit go. That's probably what made him be like, you know what I'm saying? Think about it. Like, she had to hold that nigga down. Everybody knows that Keisha was a street bitch. I mean, no disrespect. You know, everybody knows Keisha's a real one. Everybody know Keisha held that money, and when Gucci came home, he gave her like $1 million or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, for being a real one. And married him.
Yeah.
What do you think? Am I tripping? Am I making too many excuses for the bullshit?
Nah, he didn't do nothing wrong with what he did. The thing that's wrong is that you still trying to play street. That's where you're wrong. So you should get discredited. He did what you're supposed to do on the professional grown man side. It's cool. You're supposed to do that as a civilian, as a businessman. He didn't do nothing wrong in my eyes, but you can't go back to gangster shit.
Yeah.
Because that's not gangster.
Like, how you gonna make this record right after, but you do civilian business? You feel me?
Yeah, that's over. He's better off leaving that alone.
No, stay in the office, nigga, now. Like, stay in the office.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Guess what? You're over with now.
Look, guess what? What he did, gave a statement, whatever. If he didn't make no diss tracks trying to act tough, he would have still been good in my eyes. Because in my head the whole time, you're a professional businessman now. But you put your foot in your mouth by going that who's spicy now. So hold on. You still in the streets? Because businessmen, professional grown businessmen don't operate like that. You feel me? He did that to himself by going at him after the fact. You did the right thing.
You talking about Gucci?
Yeah, he dropped the record after this whole shit went down. He's still talking gangster talk. My thing, after what you did,
You know what he was thinking? I thought he was thinking, or probably was thinking, let me capitalize on this moment. That's business thinking. You feel me? Let me capitalize on this shit because you know this shit going viral. He probably didn't think the narrative would be pointed at him like he fucked up or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you have to be real confident. You know, I'm gonna drop a diss record and not think that motherfuckers gonna be having these type of conversations about your actions. You follow what I'm saying? Like, because
guess what?
Go ahead.
He wrong. Because guess what? If somebody see him in person, in his face,
Ain't nobody
and say,
fucking.
Gucci, you a snitch at?
Stop.
Huh?
Stop it. Ain't nobody fucking with Gucci on real life. Like, that's why this was
I
a
know.
situation. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody know who Shiesty is and how he really get there. Like, really get down if you know how he really get there. Everybody know how Gucci really get there. That's why I said in the beginning, I think Shiesty came on that type of energy because I'm dealing with an OG gangster nigga. You understand this is. You feel me? It's supposed to be partner and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just sign that shit, and nobody even know. There's clips of people saying the only way that somebody could have known what was going on behind them doors at that time is somebody in the group of one or two of them who are living by the gangsterish code said something. Because otherwise, how anybody know? You feel me? For real.
Yeah.
Even before the phone call to the police, but the phone call to the police is what we're gonna get everything exposed anyway. You feel me? And I'm not gonna lie, I was surprised. I'm surprised because it's been crazy, dog. Like, now I know he's off the lean, off the beans. You know what I'm saying? Because he was heavy on drugs and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not crazy, like crack and shit, but beans, lean, all that shit. Back when he was punching bitches at the show. Back when he was, you know what I'm saying? Literally terrorizing the city type shit. But I still thought that he would have been like that scenario. I'm gonna call one of these little niggas. Do you know what the fuck? Like Godfather type shit, because you're OG.
Yeah.
He really, that's why the beef about the snitching is so real. Because he really could have pulled them strings, and people would say on one end when they defended him snitching or supposedly, well, he's a businessman. He's out of the streets, you know, or conducting. But then on the other side, and we just covered this now, this motherfucker really could have made a phone call, did 4-5 shifts away, and had somebody come out and deal with whatever remnants of beef. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? And kept his hand and never said shit. And it would have just been a blog rumor versus paperwork rumor. You agree?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Like, for real. And that would have preserved his reputation. That would have preserved his rap career. Even if, because his rap career is optional. Let's just be real. It's optional. He don't have to rap, but you know, people want to hear what he got to say sometimes. So that would have preserved rap street image. That would have preserved his real street image, and made him a victim. And made him a victim. Like the whole quarter on both sides of that shit would have been covered because he did get robbed. If anything happened to Shikey and his people, you understand why it happened. The only thing that's fucking him up right now is that talking to the police shit. I really don't understand.
Yeah, I guess this is an Atlanta thing, man.
Oh, nigga. True. Hold on, nigga. If this fucking live had a fucking screen that allowed, and it's gonna come, they're gonna figure out how to reach through and touch a motherfucker. I will punch you dead in your chest like that. Don't do that to the city. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, you can't get mad at a nigga when there's facts in the bullshit and the shit he's saying. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. It's too much damn confusion about. That's why niggas gotta even define what snitching is now. You see what I'm saying? Like, I could be like, yo, don't do that to the city, but like, why the city do it to itself like that? Yeah. You know 6ix9ine, right? Yeah, definitely. Shit from 21/7, and I know you got to get ready to go. We got 32 minutes and shit. Are you good? I know. Are they at your door telling you to come back to the party and drink and turn up with these goddamn? Yeah, man. They ready to wrap it up. Yeah. All right, so about this 32 minutes. Give me 5 more, real quick. Is that good? All right, cool. That's cool. Yeah. What was crazy is like with the 6ix9ine situation that he was speaking about Young Thug, Gunner, and 21 Savage, right? And when those phone calls started getting exposed, right? You remember that?
Yeah.
That moment? So he went there and identified where 21, who's the real one. There's no salt on that nigga's rip. He was actually talking to, and he was like, yo, and he was talking about Gunner. He was like, yeah, we been knew he was a rat. We swept it under the rug, and you know, but we all knew it, something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but basically he was saying, and this is how I interpret it. Basically, for the betterment of the business, of the money that flows to the city, you feel me? Swept that bullshit under the rug and still blowed this nigga up, but had that puppeteer kind of motion, like you feel me? You know what I mean? Like that the nigga he eat, then we eat. You follow me? Because with one, both apples. You feel me? Like for real. So it makes the city look bad when we start to make exceptions to the rules. That's why I brought up that 6ix9ine situation. And so I understand you say that. But do you think just because people start to push the goalposts, you know what I mean? To push the goalposts, like we just keep making exceptions, that it really changes the definition? Because there's people that's cut from a real cloth. You remember your definition? What you said? That's a cloth definition. You know your family. Shout out to your brother. You know what I mean? Shout out to your family. Open they might not know because you ain't no dreads no more. You know what I'm saying? That you're a real Jamaican. And shout out to your brother and shit. I've been checking you out, nigga. You really growing your vegetables, doing your thing. So shout out to that. Before I leave, you want to get a shout out so they know what's going on. But you know the rules. You, even to this day, they don't change. Are we wrong to take to those original rules, or should they change with the times?
That's a good question. That's a good question. But they probably shouldn't change with time. To tell you the truth.
You said they probably shouldn't?
Probably shouldn't. Yeah, the original rules should probably stay the original rules, because if it keeps changing...
Here's my... Oh, I'm sorry. You finished? Go ahead. You going?
No, you go ahead. You good.
The reason why I agree with you, and we're at that almost 5-minute mark, so I'm going to wrap it up like this, and then I'm going to let you do your thing to, promote your shit. And y'all appreciate this time. But because the foundation is the foundation for a reason. And the discipline that came with that was actually strengthening people. You know what I'm saying? It taught you cause and effect, consequences to your actions. It taught you a lot more than just with how they're moving now. It's exceptions to that. Well, it was because of this, it was because of that. Like, no. The rules are the rules. And if the rule of the rules is more of a deterrent from people who aren't built like that. Feel what I just kicked? It's not just for the game. It's supposed to be for the niggas who ain't trying to be gangster, who want to play gangster. Because you get out there and you jammed up with some shit, with some gangsters, and you say this, and you think you're going home, and them niggas not going to beat you. It's just going to roll like, no. This ain't that, right? But when you have people who make exceptions for the rules and then don't get punished for the exceptions of the rules, right? Still, like it's like all good. I don't even make the exception for Woody. Woody is one of those, like, if you want to run up on Woody if you want to, okay, whatever, nigga. If you want to. Like, he's really one of those, you feel me? But still, anybody can get beat. You feel me? So, but the rules set structure and discipline, and either you attracted to that or you were deterred because you wasn't built for that. So that's why I agree with you. But I also agree with it should have some room for growth. But if it's going to be growth that you take in your life, then you got to put down the gangster hat to accept the growth. Yeah. That's what you were saying. I agree. Put over there, you're selling a false image. And you know what that actually makes you? Yeah. Dig what I just Dig what I'm saying? Like, I'm living comfortably. I ain't fucking with that. But let me tell all the people who listen and bang my music and kill to my music and trap to my music, I'm still out here like that.
Yeah.
When you in a position to lead, but indeed you just send a nigga down the road. You feel me? And that's where the disappointment coming from. Niggas who screw up to Gucci, know his reputation, know his resume, and then see him do this shit. And that's what breaks their heart. Because he was a gangster role model. That's like Bootsy talking to the feds.
Yeah, still here.
Yeah, that's like Bootsy talking to the feds. Look, throw your across the room. Nigga, you like what? Bootsy? Who be the murder charge? Like, you wouldn't believe it because he's a gangster role model. So, but nonetheless, man, I'm first of all, let me tell you, brother, I can't wait to see you in person, nigga, and punch you in your goddamn shoulders and shit and be like, what the fuck, man? For sure. Shout out to you and your family. Why don't you give a shout out to your farm channel and the things, man? And they really should tap in because I really want to get my game up. You feel me? I need to understand, because that organic and that growing from the root up and that Jamaican ass Rastafarian bumper clock, boom, boom, boom shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah.
Say it again.
Your channel, shout out. Where can they see you? Where can they see some of the things you do as far as the?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, T the Teacher. T the Teacher. That's TeeTeacher.
Yeah, facts, man. Now look.
Yeah.
Don't it's the last time, brother. I know you up and down and you got a lot of things going on, but I would love to get your input on some of the things that's going on in this world because you be eye to eye. Sometimes we different, but we always come back together.
Yes, sir.